Oh man, that's so good, dude. Love the outfit, man. Fucking awesome.
Halloween edition.
Man, I wish I would have thought about that. This is Two Birds, One Show. We talk about Philly sports and craft beer. I'm DeeTer, and that's Ricky.
What's up,
Uh,
man?
Oh man, definitely needed this, dude. After this week, oh god.
Yeah, man. Some peace and love, man.
Oh, it's so good. Well, let's start off with the craft beer, as always. What are you sipping on there, buddy?
So this is from Monkish, one of my favorite breweries these days. It's called Bomb Autumn Nickley. Now, so they have
That's a
one of their
mouthful.
one of their big beers is Bomb Automically or something. So
Okay.
this is their autumn edition. So it's like autumn and then like NICALLY. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Bomb autumn
Yeah.
and I don't know. I know I'm totally
Okay.
saying it wrong, man. But dude, it's fantastic. I am. I don't know if it's because of the 420 that the hippie got into me before the show, but this is tasting great. And I'm getting so much mosaic on this. I mean, this is, just big mosaic. I'm definitely getting some Galaxy too, but the mosaic takes front stage, and it's like get some cannabis and like I always
Nice.
say, some diesel fuel, like a little blueberry. It's
All right.
fantastic, man.
Yeah, I've been getting more and more of the blueberry. Everybody says that about mosaic, and I never really thought of it like that. I always thought of it like a flower tasting, like you always get that nice aroma from it.
Yeah, I definitely get some floral scents to mosaic too.
Right. Now, it being an autumn beer, does it have anything autumn about it, or is that just a name?
Well, I mean, the cover, it's all like foliage, like the leaves
Okay.
turning colors. I don't know if they did anything different. I'm not tasting any notes of like maple or anything like that.
Yeah, any kind of false spice or nothing.
Yeah, no false spice. Just I'm getting a lot of mosaic. And like I said, I feel like I'm picking up some Galaxy too.
All right.
So,
Oh man.
what you got?
Oh man. Well, one of my favorite breweries. Other half, Mylar Dust. And I'm always a big fan of the double dry hop Mylar bags or the triple, man. Great series. And I was thinking, Mylar Dust, that seems maybe a little bit lower rated than the bags. You think you'd have bags would be a lot more hops of it. But dude, it's delicious. It's 8.5 ABV. Citro, Amarillo, Mosaic, and El Dorado. Oh, and Galaxy. Wow, that's a good combination, man.
That's a fantastic beer you got there, man. Kudos to you on that beer, dude.
The Galaxy comes out in a big way. You get that Mosaic right out front, but the back Galaxy definitely hits you on the back end. And that El Dorado and Amarillo, man, that's just like a nice little sweet push in between, It's pretty good. El Dorado always gives it that little bit of fruitiness, Oh, here you go. Here's Jeff. Hey, what's up? What's up, Jeff? What's up, fellas? Rick, you looking wild.
Happy Halloween, man.
Damn, dude, I wish I would have thought about that. That's awesome, dude. So good. And dude, like a nice pick me up, to get the show going too, man.
This fan base needed it, man. I'm doing this for the fans, man. Listen, we might as well dive right into it. This week, we'll remember this for a long time. Yeah. One of the biggest collapses, really, in Philly sports history. I mean, it goes down, with some of the big collapses, man. I mean, you're in the series, you're up 2-0. Then, you go out to Arizona and win one of the three. You're coming home 3-2 at the Thunderdome with two chances to win one game. And you totally they shut down, they shut down. They lost all the mojo they had. I don't know what happened, but the mojo was just gone. I have seen something like it, but too much of this heartbreak.
10-0, one game. And then you slip down from that and lose two games, in Arizona, and you should have won a game there, man. Like it was.
Yeah. Well, you listen, and the harken back, you probably should have won both. Listen, there's a lot of blame to go around, but who I'm pointing at the most? Craig Kimbrell, dude. Dude, listen, you cost us 2 fucking games, basically.
Yeah.
You really did. And listen, you had a nice regular season for it. Rob Thompson, it's a little on you too. He shouldn't have been out there. He shouldn't have been out there closing games. He just didn't have it. And the manager should know that.
I hate to put it on Topper. Yeah, I mean, I really like him as a coach.
I'm not putting it all on Topper, but some of it.
It was some bad calls on the pitching, man. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't keep your closers as your closers, and you're trying to mix it up, man.
But that's
Friday night was the start of the end, and what's happening was done. Castellanos couldn't see the ball. Oh, yeah, he wasn't hitting.
Yeah.
Harper lost all his mat. Rojas was minor league. Well, nicely put, Jeff. Holy crap. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's that's what I was saying is, they lost their mojo. I mean, it just disappeared. And yeah, the guys like Castellanos that were playing huge, Harper, Trey Turner, and listen, there's enough blame to go around, but a lot of it I put on Kimbrell. Thompson, early in the series, I'm applauding your management. Let's not forget something. Yeah, I'm going to get on Topper a little bit because he needs to be called out too. But I'll say this. I went on here last week and said Topper is like an expert chess player the way he's doing it.
Yeah.
They started these playoffs 7-1. They were 7-1 for Christ's sake. And then they finished 1-4. It's weird. The fucking mojo just poofed out.
Well, I mean,
on everybody.
Well, I just couldn't understand why they weren't keeping Dominguez or Alvarado, Jose at the end, and they were putting them in like earlier, like around like 6th or 7th inning, which I don't know. It made no sense to me, man. I mean, they're like your top closers. They're the ones that you went to all season, and then in the playoffs, you're mixing it up.
Kimbrell was our top closer during the regular season, but by a lot. It wasn't even close. What did he have? 28 saves. Who was second on the team in saves? Was it 4 or 5? I mean, Kimbrell, and I get it. Kimbrell did a good, but Topper's job is to see when he doesn't have it anymore. You can't keep putting him back out in important situations. You just can't. And he did, and it cost us 2 games. It cost us 2 games, and guess what? We win those 2 games. We're about to play in the World Series. That's how big it was. 2 games, and I'll always remember this series. There's a lot of blame to go around, but I put most of it on Kimbrell.
I was astonished that like we only got 3 runs in the last 2 games. Well, I was blown away, man.
Well, you had 5 hits in Game 7. That ain't going to get it done,
right?
I mean, 5 hits. Right, like I said, in 2 games combined, you had 3 runs.
That's crazy, man.
What? Yeah, I mean, 3 or 4 runs combined.
You're not winning playoff games with 1 or 2 runs a game, dude. No. That's not fucking happening.
No.
And I feel like a lot of last year when we ended in the World Series, it was the same thing, man. We just came up short.
Ran out of gas again. It's weird. You're right. And you're right. 2 years in a row, similar story. It's just, this team, it tends like you said, the 10 runs. Their MO most of the year was they'd have these games where they'd explode for like 10 runs. And then the next 2 or 3 games combined, they'd have like 1 or 2 runs. Like, I don't know. And, I'm still very crestfallen and heartbroken because I should be getting ready to watch a World Series game tomorrow night. Yeah. I'm not now. I'm not going to support MLB now and watch the shitball Texas Rangers and the fuckface Arizona fucking Diamondbacks. I'm done. You're not getting my viewership.
Those poor Philly city workers that greased up those poles for nothing. For nothing. All that hard work. That grease gone to waste. God damn it.
Wow.
Fucking shame, dude. Everybody had such high hopes, man, and just fucking fell flat.
And let me why are we not pinch hitting for Rojas in Game 7 with the fucking bases loaded? listen, I like Rojas and all. He's a nice player, he's a young player, but he's a defensive player. He's a defensive player right now. Maybe he becomes quite a hitter later in his career. I don't know, but right now he's not. And in that situation, it's too big a stage to let that kid get up there and with the bases loaded. It's just I knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen,
right? It's his first time in the playoffs, dude. Like, come on, man. You got to get, pitch hitting somewhere on him, dude. He wasn't doing nothing. it's I don't, it's tough. It's fucking tough. There's a lot of fucking point the finger thing, but what do you think we should do? Moving on to next year, we got some people that may not stay with us, or
well, one thing real quick, and I was going to go on that too, but
okay.
I just want to go on a little diatribe here. Maybe it's a Rick rant, maybe it's not. But
no, you can go ahead, babe, because
I'm already in it. I'm already in it, and I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Listen, not feeling sorry for myself. Woe is me. This, that, and the other. But I'm going to say this.
That's why I wanted to do this show tonight. I was like,
I've been watching Philly sports basically for 40 years, and I watch all 4 every year. Mm-hmm. So I get 4 seasons a year. I might be a little over, but I've seen close to 160 seasons in Philadelphia, right? 160 seasons. You know how many championships I've seen? 2.
Yeah.
2, right? Do you know what that percentage is? That's like less than 1%. Less than 1%. So my indoctrination, the Fog Bowl. Do you remember the Fog Bowl? Chicago Bears, Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles probably best single season defense of all time. Randall Cunningham having an MVP caliber year. That was our year to finally win a Super Bowl. Well, any Eagles fans watching, they remember the Fog Bowl. I want to say 87, 88, and that was heartbreak number 1. Okay. The Fog Bowl. It's one of the most historical games in NFL history. So the Fog Bowl. I want to say like 88 or 89. Flash forward, 93 Phillies. Joe Carter. Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit one bigger than that. I still remember the commentator. Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit one bigger than that. And I was like, boom, heartbreak. Fog Bowl, boom, heartbreak. 93 Phillies, boom, heartbreak. Eric Lindros, welcome to the Phillies. Doing great. We get to the finals in 97. We're the favorite to win the Stanley Cup and break the drought. No, we get swept by the Red Wings. Boom, 97, boom, roasted. 2000, I believe it was. We go up like 3-1 on the vaunted Jersey Devils, who own hockey at the time. You got guys like Craig Berube scoring big goals, and we're about to go to the finals. Lindros comes back. They're like, no. Some people are like, let him sit out. He comes back. What happens? Scott Stevens, cross the middle, head down. That generation of Flyers over. Boom, roasted. 2000. 2001, 76ers, one of their best teams ever, run into the buzzsaw of the 0-1 Lakers. Loss, heartbreak, boom, roasted. 2009, one of the best Phillies teams of all time, go in and lose to the fucking Yankees. Boom, roasted. 2011, you got 10, 11, the 4 aces. We won 100 games in a regular season. We're up 2 games in a best of 5 series to the Cardinals. Cliff Lee on the mound with a 3-run lead and loses it. The Cardinals go on to beat us here. Wild card team win the World Series. Boom, roasted. Last year's Eagles to the Super Bowl. Best team. I don't care what anybody says. Last year, we were the best team in the league. There wasn't a doubt. We're up at halftime, dominating. I'm about to watch my second Super Bowl win. Somehow, I can blame the refs. I can blame the field. There's a lot of ticky-tacky calls. We somehow lose that game. Boom, roasted. Last year's Phillies, defy all odds, get to the World Series. We're thinking they're going to do it all. They lose, shut down, ran out of gas, just like last year. Boom, roasted. This year, those Phillies, same thing, beat the best team in baseball again, the Atlanta Braves, with the best record in baseball. We go 7-1 to start the playoffs. We're thinking we're going to win another World Series. No, run out. Boom, roasted. Now, do you hear all those things I just named? Yeah. Now I'm going to name you 2 things real quick, and then my diatribe's over. 2017 Eagles and 2008 Phillies, 2 championships. Do you hear how much heartbreak I named compared to glory?
Do you have the Sixers in there when AI?
I said it with 0-1, and ran into the buzzsaw of the Lakers with the Tyrone Lue step over.
Phillies with what's a Darryl Dykstra.
I said the 93 Phillies. Touch them all, 93. Joe. You'll never hit one bigger than that. That was the biggest heartbreak, probably.
That was the biggest heartbreak.
Yeah, and let's not forget the Phillies were the best team in baseball that year. By a lot. They had the best record in baseball. It was a team of destiny. It went from last place the year before they went from worst to first. It was hold on. I forgot one of the biggest ones of all, too. How about Flyers, Bruins, down 3-0? come back, second team ever in the NHL, force it to a game 7. We're down 3-0 in game 7. The Peter Laviolette game. Just get me one goal. Gagne gets to go. Rest is history. We go on. We and go to finals and lose.
Yeah,
I did say 2010.
Yeah,
so, right. So all the heartbreak. Did you hear how many glories I named?
Yeah, I know.
2. I know. That's a peace sign. Look, you know what I'm giving the peace sign to? I'm peacing out to the bad mojo to us Phillies. Listen, if you're listening, Sports Mojo, we paid our dues. We paid our dues.
Oh, man. That's fucking awesome, dude. That was a good list, man. God damn.
Rick rant.
How do you, dude? That's not even a rant. That's just fucking stats, man. That is
that's
from the heart right there, man. Man.
That's life of a Philadelphia sports fan.
Yeah,
right
man.
Now.
That was really good, dude.
But these things are not meant to last.
Yeah, and
our time's coming. It happened to Boston. Listen, Boston was the lovable losers for a while, a long time, and then the 2000s hit, and the sports gods granted them 10, 11 championships in 20 years.
Forgot Flyers, Lightning 04, Game 7 lost to Stanley Cup.
Yeah, my bad.
This list is long, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in there. You
can't. Dude, you can't say this team
was 04 the year though. Real quick, when we played the Penguins and that game went to 2:00 in the morning and Primo scored that goal in overtime. I'm just throwing out the Jeff B. here with me. Go ahead, DeeTer. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can't say this team doesn't have talent. It does. You know what I mean? Right.
That's what hurts even more is they had the talent to win it all, but they didn't. They didn't do it, but they had the talent.
Flyers update. Flyers won 6-2 against the Wild.
Nice. We're up 4-2. Sixers, last I saw, we're up like 4. Kelly Oubre and Maxey were both having good games.
11 seconds left. Sixers 114, Bucks 116.
Of course.
Bucks are a good fucking team, dude.
Bucks, yeah. And they just added Dame Lillard, for goodness sake.
Yeah. So let's let the Flyers do pretty good. I mean, I know how you feel about it, but we'll get on to that subject later.
Yeah.
But that's let's focus more on the Flyers and Phillies. And like I was saying, it's a good team. Yeah, a lot of talent.
It's a great team.
Jeff said, "Don't remember the year," but yeah, it sucks losing to the Diamondbacks, whose fan base is like not there. You know what I mean? There's their fan base is half our fan base. The money that they spent on their team is half the amount of money that we paid on our team. We're paying luxury tax on our team,
but that's okay.
And we're coming up short. You know what I mean? It's
2 years in a row.
I love the guys, man, and it sucks because they're a great group of guys and everything, but you need to make some changes.
I agree. And there's got to have to be some moves made. There's some big stuff coming up, whether it be Hoskins going to be a free agent, Nola going to be a free agent. Do you try to move Castellanos? I've been hearing a lot of talk behind the scenes. They're looking to move Castellanos. It's
really hard because they got such big hearts and they're a big part of the team. But when you're coming up short in the playoffs, what are you going to do, man?
No, I hear you. And listen, I love them guys. They're all great players. I'm a big fan, but listen, I don't know. Listen, I don't get paid the big bucks. I'm just a fan watching, but I don't know the moves you make. Honestly, I don't know where you go. Because listen, you're this close. You're not that far. I wouldn't make wholesale changes because then you might get further from a championship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're really, really close. I mean, Christ, you were last year 2 games away from being world champions. This year you were, 5 games away from being world champions. What is it?
Can we talk Castellanos? The guy was on top of the world at the beginning of the series and went into a player who couldn't see the ball. I've never seen such a drop off so fast. Yeah.
No, I agree. That's but he's one of our big money guys that we can't afford to have them go that ice cold. And listen, if that was a bench player, that's one thing. But you're one of our highest paid players, dude.
Last year, his season was up and down. This year, I thought he did a little bit better.
Yeah, he was an all-star.
And I thought, he was going into the playoffs gunning, man. and just
Well, he
dropped.
was. He did, and then just ran out of fucking game. I don't get it, man. Like I don't, man. I don't. I get a lot of stuff in sports, but I don't understand.
And it was so strange because like the Diamondbacks, their pitching was weird, man. They had that one game where they did like all reliever pitchers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had like two big guys that they used, and then I didn't think they were that good of a team. Let me put it out there like that.
Arizona, though, I'll say this, though, and they do have three really good starters, and it showed against us. What do we have? We have three really good starters, too, but I don't know if Ranger – I don't know. Sometimes I think can go 8 innings, and sometimes I'm like, all right, maybe you can go 4. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm left without words sometimes after something like this. It's another one of the big heartbreaks. It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
There were so many pitches like thrown into the dirt, like low sliders and stuff like that, man. And you're getting all these balls. And then on the batting side, there were so many pop-ups. Everybody was hitting a fucking pop-up. And it's just not connecting right, man.
Tell me if you felt the same way. It's maybe something just I noticed. I don't know. But I noticed in games 6 and 7, once they went down, I didn't have any confidence that they were going to come back. It just was gone. Like it's usually a vibe you can feel like, hey, I could be down 5 runs. I know we're not out. But for some reason in game 6 and 7, it's like once they lost the lead, I'm like, I know they're not going to come back. Like, I don't know. And they didn't.
The lineup's so strange. You know what I mean? Because when we get a home run, it's like 1 player home run, 2 player home. It's never like we have people on base, man. Nobody was doing like the small ball, just getting on base. Yeah, everybody was like shooting for the defenses and hitting these pop-ups. You know what I mean? It was garbage. It was garbage.
I agree. And you made a good point when you said small ball. I was talking to somebody the other day. It was a Tuesday before Game 7. I'm like, they got to play small ball because Arizona stopped pitching to Schwarber and Harper because they said, well, we're not going to let these two guys beat us. We're not throwing them any fastballs in the zone. So, I said, Jonah, I said, look, you got to figure out a way to play small ball. You got to produce runs and real quick too, just on a small, maybe nobody knows, but I always notice this fucker, Dusty Wathan. You should lose your job. You're the worst third base coach in MLB. You send them. Send the guys. What do you got to lose, man? They're not hitting with runners in scoring position anyway. Send the fucking guys. All year, he cost us more runs this year than any pitcher did. Anyway,
what's his name?
Dusty Wathan. He's a third base coach. He's the worst third base coach.
We're going on a We're going on a
Anyway, tonight was supposed to be about peace and love, man.
Oh shit, man! It was such a fucked up game, man. There's a lot of bad calls, dude, man. It was so strange, man. And you're right. When they start throwing balls and like making sure our big players couldn't hit, that took our life out of us. It took everything out, man.
That was Arizona's head coach, Justin. And as much I love Topper and I hope he comes back, but he doesn't always adjust real well or adjust on them. Yeah. It was almost like Andy Reid back in the day. Now, listen, Andy eventually adjusted. Now, he's got a couple Super Bowl rings, but he don't adjust well on the fly, man. Same thing with Kimbrel. I was saying, I'm like, Topper, why are you putting him back out there in high pressure situations? He just don't have it. He just doesn't. And he did, and it was clear. If you see one of my Facebook posts, I don't know if you saw it. It's still on there. I said you have to get Kimbrel out of the game, like right now. Like I could see it, I could feel it. If I'm feeling it from home, dude, you are a major league fucking manager. You have to feel that shit. I'm tired of analytics. Go with your gut, Topper.
It's so strange because last year we went really well with just letting the players play, and this year. We did good season-wise and everything with the analytics and everything. So he's got to find his in-between. I would say give Topper one more year. I know I know people are like, Topper's the reason we lost. And that's not the case.
No, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that at all. I'm actually a huge fan of Ty. I definitely hope they bring him back, and I hope. Listen, I hope they sign him to an extension. To be honest, I'm a huge. Don't get me wrong. Just because I'm criticizing him doesn't mean I want him gone. And sometimes it's good to get criticized to know your weaknesses.
They won the NLCS
shit out of Andy last
year. and they got there this year, dude. That's a good fucking track record.
Sure.
And this team's fucking great, young, a lot of talent. So
that's and that's what you were asking me about the offseason. Here's going to be the interesting part of the offseason. It doesn't have to be major. You're 2 world champion, 5 total games away from 2 world championships. You're not that far off. But the tweaks you make, you better make sure they're the right ones. I don't need you to go spend $300 million or something. Yeah. I just need you to make the right tweaks. You're not just the right ones.
It's going to be tough, dude. It is really going to be fucking
I got a lot of confidence in Sam Fold and Dave Dombrowski in that front office. They've done good so far. I think they're going to make the right moves. Now, a couple big moves, people are going to ask, hey, what about Hoskins? What about Nola? Where are you at on them two? Let me hear what you're thinking with those two.
Man, I like Hoskins' bat. I like his playing in the infield. I don't know how he's going to be after his injury, but we definitely could have used him in the playoffs this time around.
For sure.
And Nola, man, the dude, when he's hot. And I think he had a bad run this year. He had bad luck. Like, he had good games, and the closers couldn't fucking close. I mean, that's not on Nola. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Well, my angle on that is, and listen, I'm a huge fan of both players. If it's not saying this has to be the case, but if the Phillies are like, look, we can only keep one, definitely keep Nola. Yeah. Really good starting pitchings at a premium is hard to come by. Seriously, it really is. And if you look at Nola, even with the game he had the other night, look at all the playoff pitchers right now on every team this year in the playoffs. He was like top 2 or 3. So don't be so quick to let a guy like that get away. Not you, but I'm saying a lot of these Phillies fans.
Like you said before, pitching's hard to come by.
It is, you know what I mean? Especially starting pitching.
Right. That's tough, dude.
Yeah. And listen, give the guy what he's looking for. And on top of that, the dude is a class act. In every way, dude is a class act. And he was drafted by the Phillies. He's been a Philly his whole career. He's a stand-up guy. He's a classy dude. He's not a prima donna, some fucking drama queen like you see with other players, James Harden and other sports. Listen, give the guy what he's looking for. Let him live comfortably. Does he want a 6-year, $250 million deal? Give it to him. Listen, I don't care if he wants a 10-year. Give it to him. You know why? Because for so long the Phillies were cheaped out on us and gave us garbage. So it's time to start spending. John Middleton, I know you do. I'm not getting on you. And I know you signed $1 billion. I'm going to say it again. $1 billion deal with Comcast 5 years ago. So we know the money's there. Go spend it.
Yeah.
You didn't spend it for 100 years. Spend it now.
Those stadiums were packed.
Yeah. I mean, he's making money hand over fist.
And you check our fucking prices compared to Arizona's fucking prices.
Yeah, right?
You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Like, we get fucking raked over the coals to fucking buy a goddamn baseball ticket and goddamn beer, man. $15 for a fucking beer. What are you fucking?
How much were standing room tickets the other night? Weren't they something like $400 for standing room?
I thought it was like three or 400, something around there, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like $400. It was nuts. And on top of you charging us $30 to park. Anywho, more than that, you're a billionaire when you came in with the Phillies. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to say this to the Phillies and the Phillies only. Always spend the money. Even if it turns out to be a bad contract, keep spending. You owe us. 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 Spend your fucking money. Buy championships like Steinbrenner did in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm okay with it. Buy me a championship. I'm okay with it. I'll take 4 or 5 of them. You can buy them all.
Philly is a great city for sports. There's not one goddamn sport that we don't get back behind. You know what I mean? Like, even our fucking Union team. Our Union team stadium sells the hell out, and that's soccer. Fucking soccer.
They're actually doing pretty good too, ain't they?
Yeah, I didn't do an update this time around.
Oh, well, I think I don't know. The only 2 people I know that know soccer, you and my buddy Greg. That's it.
But, I was a little late running on the show tonight.
Oh, sorry. I know. It's no big deal.
But, dude, I was at a wrestling event last night, the AEW Dynamite. And nice. It was awesome. Yeah, it was at the Temple basketball stadium, the La Corsia. Nice. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, you got the park in the garage. You just walked right over the road to the stadium. You know, it was really easy to get into and easy to get out. And
That's awesome.
it was cool. The owner, Tony Khan, is the son of the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguar. Yeah. And he came out a couple times a night and said, Philly's the best for wrestling. Thank you all for coming out.
Nice.
You know, every time we come here, we always have a good following. And it just like, it got us all going. You know what I mean? Because as a kid, I always loved wrestling. And I always used to see when it came to Philly, it was always packed. And that's just, you know, wrestling, you know? And so anytime you're in a big city like Philly or New York, yeah, I mean, you're going to have following or whatever. So,
yeah, I'm with you, brother. Growing up, wrestling was like my favorite thing in the world to watch. I remember going over Warren, you know, me, him, and what. Remember like Saturday night main event? Remember, you used to come on like midnights on Saturday, but it was always like a great card. And we're so young, like I forget how well we were, maybe 10, 11, 12, but you're like, oh my God, it's on midnight. So one, you're staying up late. Two, you get to watch wrestling with like a great fucking card. There was always like 5 good matches. Have you ever gone with me to my uncle's events, the dog?
No, but I want to. Yeah,
you always dude. I want to, man. A lot, dude. Like, a lot of fun. I'm serious. I try to get people. Al went with me one time. It's a lot of fun, dude. I stand through the whole thing. I'm laughing. I start talking shit to some of the wrestlers to get like into it. And it's fun. They're cool about it. They talk back like in a playful way.
Well, I always used to be a WWE guy, and then WCW came out when I was in college and all. I love that. That was a good time. And AEW, that's out now. It's only been out for like 4 years. It reminds me of WCW. It's got like a lot of older heads, but younger wrestlers. So it's like a good in between, where it's a lot of talent, man. It's pretty neat.
Well, I can tell you this, and I can feel it in happening. I know I got 2 young boys. I know I'm going to be getting back into wrestling real soon, and I can't wait. Listen, growing up, I loved. It was my favorite. It was better more than football, baseball, anything. And like eventually you get to the age, but I loved it. And I know my 2, as rowdy as they are, they're going to become big fans, and we're going to start watching together again. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
You just need that little introduction. You know what I mean? When I got introduced, my brother and my sister, they would love it. Yeah, we would all sit there and watch it. And then WCW, like I would come home from classes and my buddies would never be watching it and be like, where you been at? Get your seat. Let's drink a beer and watch the wrestling. I'm like, yeah, man. And then last night, me and my buddy Bobby, dude, we had a blast. It was so much fun yelling shit to the wrestlers and awesome. It was awesome. But
you know what I used to like a lot? Remember the NWA?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, remember when you had like
Kevin
Ric Flair and the four horsemen? Right. You had Sting, you had the Great Muta, the Steiner brothers, Ricky and Scott Steiner. You had the Road Warriors before they became the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal. Well, oh, dude.
Last night there was Sting in the ring and Ric Flair. Nice. And we were blown away. We're like, holy shit.
You ever wonder why I spell my name R-I-C and not R-I-C-K? Seriously. Because I was such a huge Ric Flair fan growing up.
Man. Nature boy. That's fucking great.
The girls hate me. The girls want to be with me, and you don't like me because you ain't me. Woo! Oh, that was my boy, man.
Oh God, that's so good. But yeah, man,
we should have a wrestling segment talk every week. Seriously.
Yeah. But what I was trying to get to the point of, Philly love sports. They love entertainment because it's a hard city, dude. I mean, there's not really much to celebrate. Being in Philly.
It's our passion.
Yeah. So sports, man, that drives us. Like when we lost that Phillies game, I was devastated.
Dude, I still am. I could feel the depression in the area.
This show right now went low. It's like picking me up. I'm so happy we did this show, dude.
Yeah, well,
I needed it.
They needed us.
Yeah,
they need the peace and love, man.
Oh shit!
No, but you know what? I needed this too, and I mean, luckily, I get to vent and do a lot of this because of where I work. I get the opportunity to kind of do this every day, and I love it. And just have some of my good friends and my coworkers that are all Phillies fans, and even the ones that aren't. Like, shout out to my boy Mike Rozier, who came in. I knew he would. Came in to talk shit to me. First thing he said, he walked in the door, "Hey, rookie, how about them Phillies?" And I said, "Oh, boy, I knew. But I needed that. I need my balls broken. And on top of it, my fellow Phillies fans, shout out to my coworkers and guests, fucking Rich, Lynn, Bonnie, Sue, Fran, Peyton, all the crew over there that follow the Phillies. They're lifers. Greg. Yeah, I mean, they're like us, man. They fucking...
I was riding that high, man, and what I wanted us to do a show with Stoggs, you know what I mean, us against the Rangers. I thought that would be awesome, man.
That would have been great.
And, it did happen. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, real quick, I do a quick interjection. I jumped onto my second beer. Kind of goes good for the theme of what's going on now with this Phillies team. It's a Fiden's. It's called Confusion and Questioning, because that's how I'm feeling about the Phillies right now. I'm confused as to what the fuck you did and why that happened, and I'm questioning all the fucking things you did along the process. So this beer is perfect for it. Biden's. It's a 6.5.
Cool can.
Oh, it's a great can, 6.5%, which is perfect right now because I just had an 8.5% double IPA. It's Mosaic, Citra, and Amarillo. One thing I love about Biden's is they always put their 3 primary hops they're using on the side there.
That's pretty cool. Let's get a little picture of what the can front looks like. There you go.
Sorry, this is weird.
It is kind of a little weird, man, but what is that? It's just like dripping.
It's like background, like
yeah. They come up with some neat stuff, dude. Nothing like blows you away, but just it's like, wow, that's pretty neat. Neat can. I myself am going with other half because I was going to need some alcohol. I'm pretty sure I posted this one before, but this is actually a little lower ABV. This is only 7.9. So
then you're good. That's a session beer.
Good. Right. Man, but it's so good.
Yeah, I needed this tonight, man, and I think a lot of our fan base needed this.
Yeah, this has got Mosaic, Nelson, Simcoe, Strata.
Nice. You love Strata and Simcoe. Shout out to Rich and Lynn. They love Simcoe.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at. That little bit of strawberryness to it, man. That is fucking good. Broccoli's always been a good beer, man.
I like Strata too. I know you love it too, but I do like Strata. It's a good hop. I feel like it's a newish hop. Like last 3 years or so.
Gives it that sweet tardiness, like a strawberry, man.
Yeah, strawberry taste.
And Nelson, dude, bang! This is fucking so good, dude.
That sounds fantastic. Well, it's a great beer.
Yeah.
Speaking of Simcoe, Rich and Lynn, they love Simcoe, but I want to say shout out to them. They came into my work today, and they're two of the kindest human beings I've ever known. Went on a vacation. They were up in Central PA and doing their thing and having a great time. And in the midst of all that, they thought of me, and Rich was in a liquor store, and he was like, "Hey, my buddy Rick loves double IPAs, and was asking what do you suggest?" He was talking about the hazy IPAs. And they came back from their vacation, stopped in, and they brought me a 4-pack of beer. I'm like, that's just some kind stuff, man. Like the beer world is so cool like that, where you can just share beers amongst each other. And out of nowhere, they brought me back a 4-pack of double broken heels from New Trail. Which is in Williamsport, where the Little League World Series is, and it's a great beer. It's a great beer. Shout out to them. Hey, good looking. You guys, awesome people. God bless. Thank you.
Good stuff, man. I like New Trail, dude.
I do too.
Fucking brewery, yeah.
They're a great brewery, and that's where they had the Little League World Series. So, mad props to them.
It's awesome that you move the hair around to drink your beer.
Yeah, I know, because. This is why I shave my head, because I can't handle it. I can't wait to take this fucking thing off.
Good shit, dude.
And it's hot, dude. I don't know how chicks do it, man. It's fucking hot, dude. That's why I shave my head. Yeah, man. Yeah.
We got some final scores here. Update. Flyers Flyers 6-2.
Nice.
Sixers, it was close, 117 to 118.
Yes.
Starting off with a loss in the series.
Yeah, but I'll say this: that's not a bad loss. You're on the road against one of the best teams in the NBA, if not the best team in the NBA, and you only
if you're coming up 1 point short on the Bucks, dude, yeah, man, I'm all right with that. That's all right.
I think the Sixers. I don't want to talk a lot about them because I don't want to give. But get that fat James Harden out of here. Get him out of here.
He's not even worth the talk, dude. He doesn't want to be part of it. Let's not. I'll be happy when he's gone.
Yeah. So,
well, I mean, it's promising. The Sixers and the Flyers.
Well, yeah, I think we're in two different cycles right now. Right now, I feel like we have the Phillies and Eagles that are ready to win now. And I feel like and the Flyers are ready to win in 3 years. Here's my whole point. And I know maybe some people watch and they think, why does Rick always talk shit on them? I don't. I love my Flyers. I've been a huge Flyers fan for 35 years. What I'm saying, though, is you're going to have Michkov come over in 2 to 3 years from the KHL in Russia. This kid is the real deal. I'm telling you, I feel like he's like the next Peter Forsberg. Right now, in those 2 years till he comes here, build a base, a foundation. And to do that, you might have to be pretty bad and get really good draft picks to do it.
Flyers wise, I feel like I like the coach, man. I do.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
And, there's a lot of young talent, so maybe he can mold the young talent to what we need.
I agree. And then keep drafting well.
Right.
But right now we don't need. Right now, though, we don't need the 18th pick in the draft. We need a top 4 pick in the draft. I don't like. All right. For example, DeeTer earlier. All right.
Okay.
I saw the Flyers won. It was nice. They have 9 points right now, and that's good. And going into tonight, they had 7. Okay, which is cool. You know where that put them? Second place in the division, but tied for second with 3 other teams and only 2 points ahead of the last place team. Now I counted up total. You would have been right now if the playoffs started. And I know it's early, but an 8 seed. That's a microcosm of what it is to. Hey, that's nice. They got to win. Hey, that's nice. They got. I know, and it's nice, but I don't want to be the 8 seed and get the number 15 pick in the draft. You just don't make the playoffs and get a top 3 pick.
Sixers, we ate a lot of crap. You know what I mean? We ate a lot of crap for them to dive to get the picks that we needed. And I don't think we could do that again, dude. I just don't think the Flyers will do that. And we should, but we got a lot of young talent. We got a young, not a young coach, but a new coach that wants to win. So you got to take that out of them. And that's not going to happen, dude. And that Flyer fan base is huge.
You're missing where I'm going with this. I know. I get it. And they're not going to try to lose. I know how NHL players are. It's not like them. But here's the thing. They weren't trying to lose last year, right? And where'd they finish?
Yeah, it was bad.
The 7th worst team in the league. And here's what I'm saying. If you're the 7th worst team in the league, sit a few more guys here and there and be the 4th worst or the 3rd worst. I know. I know it sucks. And I sat through the process with the Sixers too, and it's horrible. But unfortunately, it's a means to an end. And in all honesty, it's a smart means to an end.
I just feel like the cities did it once, and it's not going to do it again, dude.
It's done it more than once, Peter. It's just documented now. You think this is the first time teams have tanked in the city? Oh, come on. I've been around too long, watched too many sports to know better than that. It's just now there's the fucking intranet, all right?
But look what happened. You know what I mean? We got Ben Simmons that didn't do shit for us. You know what I mean? It got us Embiid, and Embiid's great.
Hold on, though. I will say this, and I can't stand the guy, but let's be honest. Ben's first 3 years, the guy was a fucking superstar. He was going on a track to go to the Hall of Fame. So I was with you when it happened. That moment, Sixers Atlanta Hawks. We were sitting in Merriman's Pub. Do you remember? Yeah, and he dished it instead of dunking it because he didn't want to go to the foul line. And then his head got all jumbled, and something happened, and it switched, and he just.
Well, look, what was it? Markelle Fultz? Yeah, I mean, we got him.
Well, that was on shirt collars. What was that Colangelo? The butt nut that didn't know how to dress. How are you taking Markelle Fultz, who's a nice player, over Jason Tatum?
Yeah.
What? Dude, what are you doing? Imagine if he was here right now, we'd be three championships in. We'd be three championships in. We'd be the first dynasty in Philadelphia sports history.
There's a fucking a Facebook meme about like all the Delta, very nice.
And if you don't,
well, about like the Eagles drafting receivers and just all the fucking shitty receivers we had to get Devontae Smith, man. There was like,
and AJ Brown.
7? Yes, I would say like, well, we didn't draft AJ. Like, I'm saying like, JJ
Whiteside out of Stanford.
Right,
right, dude, that was Jeffrey Lurie's son's buddy.
There's like 6 or 7 picks that they picked, man. That just fell fucking flat, man.
DeeTer, do you know when Howie woke up when he realized? He said, "I'm going to start drafting from the SEC."
Yeah,
right. No, I'm serious. And look, since then, listen, the SEC is NFL junior. Just keep drafting from the SEC.
Is he from Alabama? Yeah, we'll take him.
Yeah, is he from Georgia? Is he from Alabama? Is he from LSU? Take him.
Yeah. That's in Georgia.
Oh
shit, man.
Yeah. This is good, man. This is very cathartic, very therapeutic episode for me. I'll look back at this
that's
one.
That's how I feel about it, man. I was like, damn, it's gonna be tough, but we gotta fucking rip that fucking Band-Aid off, man.
You're right. And it's the truth. We can't sit and just I don't know if anybody follows any of my pages. I have a page called Rick Rants. It started because of this show.
It's fucking great, dude.
One thing I always say, and this goes with life too, let it hurt and then let it go. Because that's in reality, that's your only two options. Because if you let it hurt and then you wallow in it, that don't get you nowhere. Let it hurt. That's fine. Let it hurt for a couple of days and then let it go. Move the fuck on and let's get to the next thing. Let's man up, chin up, and go get the fucking thing done.
Yeah, especially with Philadelphia sports, man. You can't dwell on nothing. You can't dwell.
Thank God that can was empty. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, I did a shout out to Rick Beerman at Rick's Beer Adventures on YouTube. I did a beer review yesterday. I don't know if you saw it, but I actually, towards the end of the review, spilled the rest of my can of beer on my fucking carpet in my rec room.
Oh, shit.
During the review, and played it off. But as soon as I got done, I was like, I'm down there. I'm trying to sop that shit up. I'm like, oh, it's the worst.
I don't know if
our beers are pungent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely hopped up and pungent. I don't know if you see, like, underneath my name, I got the DeeTer, and it says at Breweries in NJ or New Jersey. You should do something like that, man. Put like
I know, but I don't know how, man. You know, I'm not good with technology.
When you log into to StreamYard, you'll see your name, and you see a line underneath it. Put something on that. Yeah, just put YouTube Beerman or YouTube Ricky Rants, and this way they can look it up.
Well, I'm still new with technology. I have the YouTube page. It's Rick's Beer Adventures. That's where I do my beer reviews. Then on Facebook, I have Craft Beer Fanatics and Rick's Rants. And then we have our podcast on YouTube on BGSE, Big Game Sports Entertainment. Shout out to Big Game Games.
Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a very nice to be on the network. Great guys, man.
Yeah, thanks, great James dudes.
Stocks. Man. I really want to have that damn show with Stoggs fucking Rangers, man. That pisses me off so bad, dude. Like,
well, maybe Stoggs want to come on a week after this week and talk Eagles Dallas.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Yeah, no doubt.
Speaking of which, we barely talked Eagles. I'll say this. Do not look past Washington because I know Dallas is next week. Don't look past them. This is an important game. Washington always plays us tough. We just barely beat them this season by 3 points. You got to be ready for this Washington team. I know they ain't great, but they always play us tough.
They always got pretty good linemen. And I remember when I was I can't think of his name. Who was the receiver that left the Eagles and played for the Redskins?
Are you talking about Deshaun?
Yeah, he would always blow us the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
He was at the game last game, dude. All the the receivers.
Yeah. I wanted to bring this up. I saw too. It was like Deshaun and a couple. Why was Chad Johnson there, dude? I feel like he's always sniffing around Philly. Like, listen, you're a nice dude, but you ain't here. You never played here, dude.
Ocho Cinco or whatever. He's good friends with Hurts. He is.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. They always, like, he talks about him a little bit here or there, but they're pretty tight, I guess.
Okay. I was wondering. I'm like, what the fuck is Ocho Cinco doing at the Eagles game? Getting in the midst of pictures of all Eagles players. But anyway, so yes, Sunday's a big game. Washington's a better team than people think. They're a scrappy team. I know they just lost to the Giants. But division game, and that's a division games. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to division games. It's never played a spreads on them.
And their coach is a good coach, man.
Ron Rivera's great.
Yeah, he'll come out swinging, man. I wouldn't put anything against that guy.
Yeah, that team scares me.
But how about the Kelly Green game, though, man? The Kelly Green game was awesome.
Good point. I remember us talking here last week, and I was a little apprehensive and nervous going in. At the end of our show, though, I did pick the Eagles, but at the beginning of the show, I picked them to lose. But at the end of the show, I picked them to win because I like to flip-flop based on emotion. That was a great game. And can I give a shout-out to Sean Desai, who, by the way, is – talk about MVPs of this team so far. Not even a player. Sean Desai, the defensive coordinator we hired from Seattle this year, was an assistant head coach up there. Used to be with Chicago. This guy, man,
shut him down, dude.
He's doing a great job. He held the most prolific offense in the last 25 years to one touchdown. One touchdown.
Tua couldn't do shit. What's that? Tyreek Hill, man. You can't fucking contain that dude. But we did our best. You know what I mean?
That's what we did. We contained him. We didn't stop him. Yeah, but we contained him. And Sean Desai basically held that team to 10 points. They had a defensive touchdown, but that wasn't against our defense. So
what's a running back? Mozart or
Mozart. We're actually former Eagle, by the way.
Holy shit, man! That squad was fucking lethal.
Yeah,
lethal.
Loaded.
He
loaded.
He did a fucking great job, dude.
I
was shocked.
Kudos to Sean Desai.
Yeah, thank God for the defense, man. That was awesome.
Yeah. And on the other end of it, our new offense coordinator, dude, you fucking suck, dude. You better get your fucking shit together, bro. What are you doing running a quarterback draw on 3rd and 9? It was 3rd and goal for the 9. What are you doing? He's already in a fucking knee brace. No wonder he's in a knee brace, asshole. Why are you running that play?
Right.
Chris Johnson, get your shit or Nick Sirianni, whoever behind the scenes, say, listen, we don't want to embarrass you. You can keep the title, but you can't call plays no more. You can't call plays. You can't make the offense game plan during the week. You're not good at your job.
Quarterback draw. What the fuck, dude? You have like 3 fucking great running backs, dude. Figure it the fuck out, dude. Don't be running your fucking quarterback, dude.
Who's already now in a knee brace.
Right. Let him run when he needs to run. That's it, man.
Exactly. Let him escape. There's a difference. I don't mind my quarterback escaping, but I don't want run plays called for him. Yeah. You have 4 great running backs on this team and a great offensive line. Stop running the fucking quarterback. Do a better job of offensive scheming. Come up with some deceptive plays. Make defenses confused. Use more emotion. I don't know what you got to do, but you got to stop doing what you're doing now.
What's going on with fucking Devontae, man? Fucking catch the goddamn ball, dude. He's been doing all these fucking drops, man.
He was a big part of why we lost the game against the Jets.
I mean, fucking Brown, dude. Brown will pick it down after like 2 or 3 people on him. No fucking problem, man. That dude's a fucking monster.
I just hope
Goddard had a great game too.
Yeah, man. And we need that. Listen, when Goddard's doing well in a game, this offense is flowing correctly. Because that means all the pieces are working interchangeably. Now, Devontae did do better this game than he did a game against the Jets. And I think that's going to happen. The one thing I will say, though, and I don't know if it's going to happen, for this team to succeed on an extremely high level, we do need Devontae Smith to be as up there with A.J. Brown. And same with Dallas Goedert. And thank God it's happening now in week 6 or 7 and not week 15.
They brought in that other receiver, the older guy. What's his name?
Oh, Julio Jones. I can't believe we didn't. Yeah, and also, can I bring up the fact they traded Kevin Byard? Dude, he just went and got one of the best safeties in all of football. Are you kidding me? How we just talked about this now. Our secondary was hurting, and the dude went out and got Kevin Byard, a top 5 safety in this league.
Yeah.
The guy's a 2-time first-team All-Pro. Dude, it's since 2016. He's top 3 in interceptions in all football. And he's a Philly kid. Kid. Howie's pushing his chips all in. I love it. Yeah. Howie Roseman, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, well, and that goes like with the Phillies, man. Like, you're going to pay the luxury tax because you have so many people. Right, you have so many people that's going to watch these games and fucking go to the stadiums and pay the money. You know what I mean? They're just going to fucking pay it, and they're going to be happy paying it to watch a good fucking team. Give us a good team, and we'll be happy to fucking pay the money.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, Christ, dude, try to get a fucking Eagles game, dude. Like, oh, you're gonna spend a couple $100 easy, dude.
No doubt. Well, I'm about to go on beer number 3 after and just drinking a half a can of Delta 9 cannabis water. So I wonder if I have any lower ABV beers in my fridge.
I got lower ABV here, so
I had a 6-pack of Moosehead, but I think I drank most of it. I did. Oh no, there's one left. Nice.
I'm going with a classic.
Huh?
I'm going with a classic.
Oh, the Banquet beer. That away, Kerr.
Banquets of beer. Yep.
What is this?
I started my night off with a little bit of bourbon. I had
nice. What are you drinking? Little
I did a
46.
Now I like the Redemption Rye. It's
nice.
a rye whiskey. Guy. Yeah, dude, I love that shit, man.
I did not know you were a rye guy. That's cool, dude. Redemption is good too.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that is a good rye.
Usually I go with like Four Roses or Makers, but I was like, the rye whiskey, banging, dude. It's good shit.
I respect that move, sir.
Thank you. What you got there?
Well, for the final beer for this episode, because I'll not final beer tonight, because I'll probably have one or two more while I play online poker and listen to classic rock. This is from Dr. Brewlittle's.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah, it's called Maple Shade Lager. I know. Shout out to Jeff. I know he likes them lagers. The lighting in here is terrible. Oh, I think it's about 6%. And I've had it before. It's a good beer. Dr. Brewlittle's puts out a lot of good stuff. Just brought a keg of their stuff in yesterday. Double IPA. The name's escaping me right now, but I'll post it on Untapped.
Well, they do like a lot of support for like animals and stuff like that. That's why they're called Dr. Brewlittle.
Yeah, well, I think one of the owners and head brewers used to be a veterinarian as well. And
that's pretty cool, man.
I got mad respect. Anything that helps animals, you're A+ in my book. Animals are better than people, you know. Serious? No, I'm serious. It's true.
Well, they can't watch our show, Ricky.
Huh?
I said they can't watch our show, Ricky. Well, so I mean,
whatever. Here's the can, and you see on the back there's, I think that's like an Irish setter or pointer, maybe.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like a pointer, hunting dog, duck hunting dog. I think I don't know. I don't hunt. I don't kill animals, but yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, Maple Shade Lager. No offense to the hunters out there. I know somebody's but no offense.
Trust me,
do your own thing.
I know a good amount of hunters myself.
Me too. And listen, I'm not judging them. I don't care what you do with your own time. Just don't hurt me and my family.
Want to go over some picks, some football picks?
Fucking ain't right. I do. Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
That's a good lager, man. That's a very bready and very like deep, rich malty, like to the point where it's almost like a sweet malt, which I like. That's good. You can see it in that kind of nice burnt amber color. What do you got?
This is a Coors Original. It's not as see-through as a Coors Light or Bud Light. It's got a little little haziness to it.
There you go. If I
cold
ever
crash.
yeah.
Dude, this is my favorite domestic beer. You know what I mean?
Nice.
This is my go-to, man.
And also, did you know? And I believe if somebody's out there, quote me if I'm wrong. I believe the movie Smokey and the Bandit. That's the beer they were going cross country to get, right?
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to my boy Burt Reynolds Rap, inventor of Reynolds Rap, aka Turd Ferguson. Shout out, may rest in peace.
The Banquet Beer, 1873. Yep, that was a pretty good beer.
I'll tell you what, that lager's tasting. Lager's really good. I feel like if you're high on marijuana, because I feel like when you are, your taste buds open up. People are like, I have the munchies. Well, yeah, because everything tastes better on marijuana, including beer. And I feel like when I'm drinking these lagers, these rich kind of lagers like that, you can taste it so much more. It's not just a chug beer.
Yeah, every once in a while, you need that little in between beer. You know what I mean?
I like lagers when it's my 4th, 5th, and 6th beers or 7.
You don't have to go full throttle the whole way. Yeah, you put on cruise control.
Yeah, well, I can't drink these fucking double IPAs that 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, dude. I'll be fucking out cold. Yeah. They're great, but they pack a punch. They really do.
Yeah. Well, my favorite brewery is Black Stack, and they put out like 12% and fucking 10.5s. They're good with that shit. Man. No.
Yeah. Kicks me right in the tail.
All right, well, I'll start it off here.
Yeah.
My first pick, I got the Dolphins -9 against the Pats. I feel the Dolphins, man, they're a great team. And Pats better have a fucking good defense to go against them. So
Pats team did just beat Buffalo last week, though.
Did they? Yeah.
No, I'm not judging your picks. I'm talking with you.
Yeah. I know they have a few good wins, but they have a lot of losses.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I was shocked that we stopped the Dolphins as well as we did. So that's why I went with that one. Nice. My second pick, I'm taking the Jets with a -2.5 or the Giants. Jets, they've been coming out swinging, and the Giants haven't been doing shit. So, I mean, maybe they'll come back and, get a game, but we'll see. My third final pick is Jags, -2.5 against the Steelers, because I was wrong against the Jags last week. I think you picked the Jags last week, and I watched them win. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. And they're a good team. Yeah, I mean, they are.
They are. And Dougie P, man. And Dougie P's a great coach. He really is. And Lawrence is a good young quarterback. Not great, not yet, but he's good. Well, good picks, DeeTer. I like them. Right. My first picks, and I always preface it with, nobody used these picks ever when spending real money, because this is literally just for fun. I do little homework on them. Vikings, I like covering the 1.5.
Well, they just won last week.
Yeah, surprisingly against the Niners. And I still think, hey, listen, shout out to Bonnie Sue. Sue bet Mike Rozier the other day before the Niners-Vikings game, right? And she took the Niners. And I said, never bet Mike Rozier. I've done it before. I said, the universe loves him. He always wins. So Mike's like, yeah, I'll take the Vikings to beat the Niners.
No shit.
Yeah, and I said to Sue, and so did Bonnie. As soon as she did, I said, number one, thank you, but you just cost the 49ers a win because you just bet Mike Rozier. So the 49ers are going to lose now. Thank you, number one, because I'm an Eagles fan. Yeah.
Well, I was talking to Brett earlier that my buddy that's a Vikings fan. I was asking if you want to come on the show to talk about how the Vikings won, I like to get guests on here.
Me too.
But he said it's his dart night. He's playing darts. He said next time you guys have a show on a Friday, let me know.
That's cool. So, well, shout out to Brett for dart night. My good buddy Pittsburgh Bill's a big dart thrower himself, so I always wanted to get into that. It seems like a good time. Listen, it's a reason to drink. It's a reason to drink.
I did it a lot when I was in the Navy. We always had a darts tournaments and shit like that. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Second pick, I have the Titans getting 2.5 points. I like them to win outright, but I definitely like them getting the 2.5 points. I know that's not a popular pick because the Titans are not a popular pick this year, but I like them this week. And
who's the Titans playing?
Titans are playing. I don't know because I drank too much cannabis water right now, and my memory is totally fucking shot at this point. Yeah, man, hippie style, yo. So yeah,
hey, it's the Halloween episode.
Hey, Halloween episode where I'm just going to forget.
Happy Halloween, everybody out there.
Happy Halloween. Listen, I hope this show helped you guys recover from the Phillies loss. That's what we're here for. Last but not least, I forget who they're playing too, but I got before when I wrote my picks down, I knew they were playing. Probably should have smoked so much pot. Not that I did. My last pick is
you gotta get in character, you know. You have to get
man. Yeah. My last pick, I got the Lions covering the 7.5.
Doing pretty good. 7.5.
For last week, they got their fucking asses kicked by the Ravens, which I didn't see coming. I think I had the Lions last week.
Yeah, I think you did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I said how they're gonna defend against
Lamar.
Lamar, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Well, there's
the Lions ended up getting blown out. So that's why I say nobody take my picks for anything. We do it for fun. I have I have no clue. I don't gamble myself, so
Next year, man. Next year we're going to document them, and we'll go to the loser has got to buy a night of rounds or something like that.
Night of beers or something.
Yeah, we'll get more serious about it.
Yeah,
but dude, awesome show. Hey, man, fucking nice little get up you got going, buddy.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Go Birds on Sunday.
Go Birds. Peace.
Peace.